This is the most stacked ZRL field I've ever lined up in. If I mistime one move on the final climb, this might turn really ugly. We're in New York on Empire elevation, 26 kilometers, finishing up the brutal New York KOM. And I'm going all in on the one thing: survive, sit in, and try to blow the doors off that last climb. Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today we're racing Zwift Racing League round 2 week 6. It's a scratch race on Empire elevation in the City Showdown series. Rolling roads, a couple of nasty kickers, the drag over the bridge, and then everything comes down to the final KOM in Central Park. The start list today is ridiculous. Guys like Bryn Lawrence, Josh Harris, Ruben Dont, Adrian Alvarado, Jan Steinman, the YouTuber Ed Leverett, basically every name you don't want to see when the race finishes uphill. My plan is simple: stay calm, surf wheels, and spend as little energy as possible until we hit the base of the climb. If I arrive there with good legs, I've got a real shot. If I panic and go red too early, it's game over. Let's jump into the race and see how it plays out. So we are off to a fairly easy start. I am going a bit off the front here, and that is because I want to try the vertical gearing first, and I also didn't want anyone to go in the beginning. I see this guy go off the front, and I was like, yeah, can just help close him a bit since I'm one of the strongest in the field. Also, I was messing around with my fan. There we go. 100% fan. It suddenly was 0%. Yeah, so as I said earlier, the best strategy for me is just to sit in and go on the last climb. So I also don't want to let any of the breakaways go unless there are a lot of my teammates in it. We are 2 minutes in and my average power is 370 watts. So it has been a hot start, and there are still guys up the front, and that is incredible. With the average speed we have right now, it's like 50 kph. It's insane. There's a climb finish in this race, so there are 11 banners where you can get power-ups. And I think it's like 30% to get the draft, arrow, or feather. I wanted a feather, so I can use that in the last climb. So if I get a feather, I'm not using it, even though we're going through 11 banners in this race. And remind me, I need the feather in the last climb. So if I get a feather, I'm not using it. Okay, I got a feather already. But with my luck, I think maybe we have to hold on to it. So we got the feather 3 minutes in. There are still 10 more banners. But I decided this one, I will just save it to the end. So nothing special has happened yet. But we are 6 minutes in, and you can see there's a guy off the front. Like, there's always guys in the front. So I just do one little push. I wanted to see who that person is, and yeah, try to close their gap a little bit. And then I get a small gap also. So I see, okay, my teammate closing it. Sean Rock is closing it. So then I can just chill down. The pace is up to 56 kph. Yeah, so he don't have a chance. It takes about 30 seconds, and he is back in the group. We are 9 minutes in, and you can see guys go off the front. And I also see 2 of my jerseys, so I decided this one I want to join, because everyone likes to stick in my bum and not let me go. So I let them go to see if they can get a gap. It will be super good to have 2 of my teammates in the top 4, so I let them go. Unfortunately, this is a super strong field, so it takes like about 2 minutes, and yeah, as you see right there, they are caught again. Here I do a super awkward flex. Down to 130 BPMs, nose breathing. That's good mid-race. Okay, I can't be cocky. That will hit me right in the face. But I try to humble myself a bit down. We are 13 minutes in, and this happens. I get a bit worried because the brake in the front is super strong. I see Josh Harris is there. I see Zach Nair, Podsaline, and a dude that is doing on and off 10 watts per kilo. So I'm like, hell nah, I need to close this gap. Ed Laverack is there. So we push a bit, 600 watts, to catch them back again. And it looks like we have caught them, and that is good. So now I just sit in, and I can see Håvard Hjelnes goes crazy off the front, but I decided not to chase, not this time, even though it itches in my fingers or legs to close that gap. We come over the top and through the banner, and I decide from now, why not push a little bit? Just push to see. And I see Josh Harris instantly on my wheel, and I'm like, Yeah, that is actually really good. We can team up. Maybe we can get Håvard Hjelnes in the group as well. And we catch eventually Håvard Hjelnes. I see Ed Leverak is chasing us down. He's probably a bit worried. And yeah, you can see the rest of the field super stretched now. There's a guy helping the group with 7 watts per kilo. And yeah, you like in the downhills with this huge group following you of strong people, you lose a bit of hope of the breakaways, actually.
There's always a guy off the front. Always. Yeah, the breakaways are going nowhere. Like, I'm sitting in the back at 4 watts per kilo. I guess they are smashing 7.
So it's impossible to break away in this race. But at least with the loads of the breakaways, the speed just gets higher and higher. And I have a discussion with one in my live comments about us taking his KOM. So the second the pace slowed a bit down, like about here, I was like, okay, we push a little bit in the front just to pick up the pace. And then I push 6-7 watts per kilo and I get a gap. And I see Josh Harris closing it instantly. And it's super funny because now it's me and Josh Harris in a breakaway in front of the other guys. And we are both super strong, so actually we could maybe make this work. So I see him actually helping in the break, and then I'm like, hell yeah, this is really nice. So I wait until he drops in power, and then I pass him. He hangs onto my wheel again, and we'll see how this goes. But then you see when this climb comes, you just see red numbers in the back. Like 9 watts per kilo there, 8, 9, 10 watts per kilo. Yeah, so then you realize, not possible, Josh. It's not possible. We let them come back and we move on with the group. We are approaching the climb and Stuart Way comes with this joke. And I found it really funny, but looking back at it, it was really, really dry. But let's say it's the quote of the day. Ruben gave him a and I sent him a LOL. And then Jesse Decker sent Isle Harris my Polly. So now all the favorites are outed. While all the A+ guys are distracted chatting, Ed Laverack takes his chance and goes off the front, you can see there. And Jesse Decker actually calling him out with saying hashtag Ed mode. After some more jokes and me saying,
okay, I will try to focus last 3.
I cautiously send it off the front just to close the gap to Ed Leverett and the other guy a little bit. And there comes some more jokes from Josh Power. Njol and Josh, get a room. If you didn't get the joke, it's because Josh Harris is closing me every time I try to go. We are going up the first kicker and the pace is actually fairly easy. At max 8 watts per kilo, like 7, cautiously 7, the first plateau here. We are approaching the start banner and from here on out the pace is relentless. You can see 8 watts per kilo, 9, 10 watts per kilo. But you just got to stick with it. Try to match the numbers on the guys without losing the pack and without going off the front. You can see there is one guy way ahead there that is trying a breakaway. That's a very ballsy move, but it can pay off if you can do it. And now we are on the flats again and the pace becomes easier. Thank goodness for that. And try to catch your breath, get ready for the next steep climb. And we're going into the next steep climb. And here also you see red numbers. I'm expecting red numbers the remainder of the way. People are using their feather already. I am keeping mine because I want to use that in the final 400 or 500 meters. So you just got to stick with the feather guys. Try to match their watts, even though we are 5 kilos heavier. And we're coming into the final steep climb before the plateau, before the finish. And here I have to just stay at the front, but not too far at the front. And you see guys like Fleabus, Josh Harris are off the front here. Jan Steinman are now Deshaun Rock. They all are off the front. And it's here my racing instincts kick in. I see this as a launch pad for myself. And now I decide, okay, it's now or never. All in. We are going all in.
Yeah, craziness.
So we won against this stacked field with 2 seconds, and I'm super happy with that. As you can see here, we have 390 watts normalized, and we also got the Strava KOM for Empire elevation, which is super nice. And this is the final effort, New York KOM, 2.5 minutes at 566 watts. This is the results from ZwiftPower. We can see we have the most 1 minute, shared 5 minute with Josh Harris, and best 30 seconds. Currently, WTRL's result website is not working as per usual, but I think we got second place in teams behind the Wahoo guys, so that is super good for our team. So proud of them, so big thanks to Max, Evan, Pete, Ian and Stuart Miller. And finally, did you guys like this style with voiceover or not? I did it because now it's like my crank is making so much noise, it's unbearable to listen to. But if you want to do that, the live is still there. Yeah, did you guys like this or not? Tell me in the comments, please. And goodbye.